Hi everyone, this is Adrian.
And I'm Carrie.
And for this episode of the Scent Library, we are going to talk about Mr. Elegance, one of the atrium fragrances that we haven't talked about.
This is the fifth Atrium release, and it rounds out their first set of releases for their men's wardrobe of fragrances, where with 5 fragrances they kind of capture a sort of a rounded out collection, a compact collection that should meet most people's needs for different fragrances for different types of occasions. This one, Mr. Elegance, was just released in the last month or so, and this one is described as a chipper fragrance. It's a spicy sort of fougere, definitely very masculine fragrance, and it has top notes of eucalyptus, lime, and bergamot, middle notes of orris, rose, and labdanum, and base notes of oak moss, patchouli, and cedar. The ranking of the notes, I looked on Fragrantica, what other users have put, and this is pretty much kind of what I had thought. I noticed probably most, I noticed the eucalyptus, but oak moss gets first place of what they notice most on there. It's kind of hard to say on that because you don't notice I don't see a lot of fragrances that are oak moss heavy these days, because oak moss is one of those ingredients that they have to be kind of wary of putting too much in because of IFRA rules. It can kind of trigger allergies on people with sensitive skin. But oak moss and eucalyptus, patchouli, and cedar, I think, were the top notes in that order, the top rated notes that people smell. The other things all come through, I think, with labdanum being pretty prominent too. But it's got a nice sort of a powdery feel in some ways because of the orris. The lime and bergamot are subtle, but I think they're there and help to just kind of round out the things and take the edge off of the eucalyptus. When you wore this, what was your thoughts on this?
Oh, gave me a nostalgic,
Sort of a feel from things from way back when?
Yes. Back in the Philippines, there's this eucalyptus oil bottle that we use to massage other people.
Yeah.
And that really takes me back to that time.
Has sort of an invigorating smell to it. I do like how the eucalyptus smell is not too camphory.
Yeah.
A lot of times eucalyptus has a very camphor sort of a smell that's like overdone. This one's nice. It has I would say just masculine edge to it, and it becomes subtle after the first maybe 30 minutes or so. It's a little bit strong maybe at first, but I like it. So what are some of your other likes on this then?
Well, I also like it for the labdanum.
Yeah, that's labdanum's always a nice note.
Yes. And then cedar too.
Yeah, cedar on this one's nice. It has a nice it rounds out the woodiness to it and stuff and gives it a masculine sort of a vibe to it. One of the things I like a lot about it is the cat on the back of the bottle. No, but seriously, it's a very masculine smell. It has huge performance. 14 hours or so, it still keeps kind of going. If you put it on clothing, make sure that you want to smell it on that item of clothing, like a scarf or a coat or something, because it'll last for days.
Yes, because eucalyptus and labdanum, they're sticky.
Yeah.
They would stick on your clothes.
Yeah, so I can imagine then why it is that the fragrance and stuff like that, it stays there because it really adheres to the fibers in your clothing. It is pricey. It's kind of a niche area price. Close to, I think on the website it's $195 for 100 mils. But when they send it to you, they send it with a little sample bottle for you to try it from the sample bottle first. And if you decide that you want to send it back, you haven't opened the bottle, and you can. Personally, after wearing it just a couple times, I decided, yeah, I definitely like this one. It's a real masculine fragrance. This one I would not say, I would not say unisex at all. While they have a couple fragrances that could go unisex, most of their fragrance line is pretty heavily masculine. So, like I said, they do have they try to keep, their idea is to keep like a 5 fragrance line out, with one in, each of the categories of like a kind of a normal daily wear type of a thing, or signature fragrance. That would be Mr. Fragrant, a date night fragrant, Mr. Romantic, a beachy or oceanic type fragrance, Mr. Maritime, Mr. Majestic, sort of a dress-up, fancy occasion type of a scent, and then Mr. Elegance, which they say is kind of like an office scent. They do have 2 new releases coming out pretty soon, which will be replacing a couple of the ones on that list. Mr. Mesmeric, that's going to be the new date night fragrance coming in to replace Mr. Romantic. And Mr. Radiance, which is the successor to the Maritime fragrance.
Oh, wow.
So watch for those on the website. The website is Atrium Fragrances. I think just type in or just look for Atrium Fragrances and it'll take you to the website. The YouTube channel is School of Scent, with Omar as the person hosting that channel. And watch for new releases coming out for them. Go and sign up on the website. You can still get Mr. Fragrant, Mr. Romantic, and Mr. Maritime. They're available, and the price on those is $117 for a 100 ml bottle.
Oh, wow.
Right now it says this one is sold out, but they are taking emails and stuff to let people know when they have some available, so they might be making another batch of it.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for checking us out. Watch our other video on the other Atrium fragrances if you're curious about them. Go check out School of Scent on YouTube, and we'll see you the next time around.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.